greensandmachines.com. A while back I made a video about a broken toaster oven I repaired by bypassing a faulty switch that wasn't working. And it was a success. I now had a working toaster oven. But the thing is, I'm not very good at baking, so I wasn't using it all that much, and I felt I would much rather have a stove than an oven. That's when I got the idea. I remembered the heating elements from my disassembly of the toaster. What if I could reconfigure them in a way to use them as a cooktop? I got another idea when thinking about electric trains. How do they suspend the contact wires in such a way that it's a smooth surface on the bottom for the pantograph to pick up the current? And that's how I came up with the design that would make this work. All I would have to do is make similar type clamps to those on the train wires that expose the smooth side of the heating elements, and then bolt it to a base. Now, important to note, this only works because the heating elements I have are rigid metal tubes, so they'll actually support the weight of the cookware I'm putting on top of them. I started by drilling a bunch of holes in some stainless steel blocks. I added tapped holes for both clamping the heating tubes and in the bottom for mounting to the base. I then clamped the blocks together in the milling machine and milled off some material to break into the holes, but taking care not to go past center line of the circle cross section, as that would compromise the clamping ability. I hacksawed a slit down the middle of the blocks so the clamps could open enough to slide the elements through, and then I cut them in half so I got a total of 8 clamps in total. This would support 4 of the toaster heating elements in the same orientation as they were in the oven, so I didn't have to mess with the way they were already permanently attached. All this mess was then bolted to an aluminum block, and I mounted the original thermostat on an extended piece to keep it away from the heat. And I kinda shoved the temperature probe in there at random just to see if it would work, and it did. I also wired the indicator lamp in parallel with the heating elements to tell when the thermostat is cycling on or off, but it's kind of obvious the way the heating elements glow red hot anyways, but I thought it would be fun. Anyways, let's try it out. Now, this is not the most efficient stove by any means, but it works, and we're gonna cook some food. Think of it like an electric barbecue grill, because barbecues, these aren't efficient either. And you can see the indicator lamp is on. There's definitely heat coming, and it'll be glowing red soon enough. Let's throw on the cast iron. The temperature probe is shoved down there somewhere. It's not the most accurate positioning, but it will cycle on and off, and you will see that as the lamp will turn on and off as the heat turns on and off, since they're wired together. And this will adjust when it turns off. Right now it's not really hot yet, so it's gonna stay on. So got some coconut oil, and you can see that melting. Here I've got some squash onions and bell peppers. Let's put them in. And of course, couldn't forget the salt. Now obviously this isn't the most safe contraption, but it is functional. The original toaster had a thermal fuse in the wiring, but I didn't put it in because I didn't realize what it was, so shake hands with danger. And I only used 4 of the heating elements from the toaster. There were a total of 6. The part I'm not comfortable with is this part gets really hot. I wish I made it out of steel because aluminum conducts heat better, which is what I don't want. But I haven't had any problem with the things melting. And I found that with vegetables like this, I don't really need to add water since there's so much water in them already. It looks good. I'm gonna throw some kale in there to make a kale omelet. Alright, eggs time. I admittedly could probably have put more eggs in that. I'm used to working with a smaller cast iron. I recently got this bigger one. Then to demonstrate the thermostat, it'll start cooling down if I leave it off, and it'll keep getting hotter if I leave it on. And once it gets hot enough, it'll automatically cut out. As far as heat output, if I was trying to boil water, it will take significantly longer than a regular stove, but for simmer saute stuff like this, it seems to do pretty good. And yes, there is some wasted heat, but it keeps me warm in the winter. And one more omelet for good measure. Yeah, I really wanted to film this in the evening because the glow really show. Yeah.